Hello, ladies and gents of the Premier 20-team league, USFL Football League. We're going to get right into it. Here we go. Round 2 review. The Arizona Wranglers went into the Memphis Showboats. Memphis Showboats were too much for them. James Hayes' team over Kevin Paralleau, 28-21. Memphis picked up Nick Foles in an urgent need for a quarterback, was able to do that. Great move by him to go there. Of course, I think the quarterback that he let go of did just as well, but to take Nick Foles here into the championship game this next week is going to be interesting, as Nick Foles did this last year, and who knows what he's going to do this year. But Memphis Showboats do prevail over Arizona Wranglers. Ben Roethlisberger had a so-so game. The rest of his crew had a mediocre game at best, and that is why the Showboats prevail over the Wranglers in this one. Moving on to the Panthers and the Hitmen. Terry Harness really wanted to take the Hitmen to a championship this year. He did get real close up against a tough team this week. Wasn't very close. The New York City Hitmen do go down 33 to 22.6. What can we say about the Michigan Panthers? Mark Nemi's team, top to bottom, a great team. How he got all these guys, I don't know. You know, we're a three-keeper league, and you say, okay, well, you have three good players, maybe one more good player. He's solid top to bottom. Don't know how he did it. I'm going to have to look back, make sure he didn't pull any tricks out of the hat. No, just kidding, Mark. But Mark wins this game 33 to 22. New York City Hitmen are going to be playing for third and fourth. Cam Newton let the Hitmen down, and I think that Terry has made mention that he's going to be letting go of Cam Newton going into this next year. We'll wait and see if he changes his mind on that. Of course, he had Marlon Mack and Christian McCaffrey, who were solid for him, but then Josh Gordon and Jaron Cook did let him down in this game. On the other hand, Michigan Panthers, everybody did great. The worst player on his team in the offensive category was Nick Chubb, and he scored 2.9 points. So Michigan was unbeatable this past week. Wasn't much Terry could do about it. Michigan advances to the basketball championship versus the Showboats, Outlaws and the Maulers. John Pahala finally wins a big game. You know, John's played a lot of close games this year. He was favored in some games and was disappointed. Well, here we are, end of the season, round 2. John Pahala prevails over Kyle Smith and Keith Clark's Oklahoma Outlaws. The Outlaws, Aaron Jones, went down early in that game. That hurt the Outlaws. They only lost by 6 points. Mark Cooper had a disappointing game. Oklahoma Outlaws tight end Anthony Fursker. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but he let down the Oklahoma Outlaws too. Maybe not the best choice at tight end, but nonetheless, all of that cost the Oklahoma Outlaws in this game. As Pittsburgh Maulers' John Pahala advances in the third round to play for 5th and 6th, leaving Oklahoma Outlaws to defend their top 8 board spot this year, which is quite a surprise. The Bulls and the Federals, same thing goes. Bulls were leading the South Division all year with the Memphis Showboats right behind them. They suffered a couple of setbacks late in the season. Adam Thielen just didn't come through these last few games. Ito Smith took an injury in this game. Kirk Cousins has not played very well of late. All of these things combined cost the Jacksonville Bulls as they went into the Federal Stadium. Federals win 21.9 to 20.4 in a close game due to Alshon Jeffrey coming through on Monday Night Football for the Bulls, but it was not enough as Washington Federals advance and will play for 5th and 6th place. Jacksonville Bulls, Phil Wilfong, as I know him, will be defending his top 8 board spot. And then finally, the Gunslingers and the Gamblers. Gamblers, Paul Thompson, Jake Matthews, San Antonio Gunslingers, a lot of history here. These guys don't like each other. You know, Jake is in the NFL. He loves Manning and the Giants. And then the Gamblers, of course, love the Cowboys, Paul Thompson. But Paul Thompson, Scott Boucher do prevail in this game in a fairly lopsided game, 32.8 to 17. The Gunslingers just didn't bring it in this game, and the Houston Gamblers were outstanding. If the Houston Gamblers would have played like this and had a shot at the Michigan Panthers, and the game would have been close, and who knows, the Gamblers would have won. I don't know if the Gamblers are going to repeat that, but they are going to play to finish on the top 8 board in round 3 with their win over Jake San Antonio Gunslingers. And finally, the Blitz. Blitz finished on top 8 board 4 years in a row. Christine Walkers and Theo Hooker, soon to be married. It's a family business here down in Chicago with the Blitz. They do win 20.7 to 17.2 of Mike Lanzalotti's Oakland Invaders. Mike Lanzalotti and Ken Dunek. And next year they will be the Stars, as Ken played for the Stars and is the celebrity co-owner there with Mike Lanzalotti. But Mike, your season is over. Shop till you drop and see if you can rebuild a little bit and gather a few good players for your poker hand going into the off season next year. Christine and Theo, you will be playing in round 3, on to round 3. Here we are, Michigan Panthers and Memphis Showboats. What can I say? This should be a great game. Michigan is favored by 4 points. The Showboats are hampered just a bit here. I don't see this going well for the Showboats, but we'll see what happens. Tyler Lockett has to have a big game. Nick Foles has to repeat his magic as he did last year. You know, Memphis did pick up Nick Foles here late in the playoffs. Put him in the starting lineup. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, Nick Foles could have a really big game. David Johnson go out there and play a full game and score some points. And Tyler Lockett have a big game. And Julio Jones, if his toe is not bothering him too much, and Zach Ertz, if he has the games he's been having, Memphis Showboats do stand a chance. But I tell you, top to bottom, Patrick Mahomes, Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, T.Y. Hilton, Travis Kelce. I mean, what can you say? The Michigan Panthers have put together a championship team. So the underdog here is the Showboats. I know everyone will be watching. Of course, I'm pulling for the Showboats. That's where my office is. This game is one to watch. Preview of that is 28 to 24 for Michigan. I would take the line on that, though. I think Memphis Showboats is going to make this game a lot closer. Wranglers and Hitmen playing for 3rd and 4th. Kevin Perlow, divisional winner out in the Pacific. And New York City Hitmen, Terry Harness, divisional winner in the Atlantic Division. This game right now is 26 to 23 favored for the New York City Hitmen. They do have Cam Newton. I'm not sure what Terry's going to do about Cam Newton, as he's questionable going into this game. He needs Cam Newton to be healthy to pull out a 3rd place finish here. And the only reason that he's favored by 3 is right now the Arizona Wranglers are searching for a defense going into that game. Also, the Federals and the Maulers playing for 5th and 6th. This is 2 teams out of the Atlantic Division. This is John's chance to finish strong. I tell you, he got beat this year. Beat up this year. He finished only 8 and 5 in the regular season, despite having one of the highest scoring teams in the league. Todd Gurley is hampered a bit here for John. James Connor's hampered a little bit. Looks like the Federals have a very healthy team. They're all going to depend on what happens in the Dome with the 3 keepers of the Federals, Breeze, Kamara, and Thomas. Of course, Julian Edelman's tough as nails for the Federals. Evan Ingram is a solid tight end. So the score here is 28.2 to 27.8, favored for the Maulers. I'm going to give my wife the edge here. I think New Orleans is going to come through big against Pittsburgh and score a lot of points. I'm thinking that's going to be a huge shootout game, and that is going to be the difference in my opinion. But the Maulers are favored. This is for 5th and 6th place. They are favored. John Pahala 28.2 to Tina's 27.8. So it's going to be a great game to watch. Outlaws and Gamblers. Outlaws are going to be defending their top 8 spot. This game, 25.2 to Houston Gamblers 25.4. Everybody's lined up. Man, that's going to be a great game to watch. I know some of you will be cheering for or against one of these guys in the league. Good luck to both of you. You both deserve to be on the top 8 board to finish. We'll see what happens. Oklahoma Outlaws, Houston Gamblers, great game. Scott Boucher and Paul Thompson are going to try to finish on that top 8 board. And finally, the final game, the Bulls and the Blitz. Bulls, as I said before, have been atop. This is a big fall for Phil Wilfong. So I know he's going to bring it, keep his fingers crossed, hope that Adam Thielen has a star-studded game here. No doubt the Minnesota Vikings need Adam Thielen just as much as the Bulls are going to need Adam Thielen to have a great game. Maybe Alshon Jeffrey can repeat for the Bulls again in their game against Houston with Nick Foles at the helm there in Philadelphia. Bulls are not favored in this game. The Blitz are 22.6 to 20.3, led by Russell Wilson, Ezekiel Elliott, and Jarvis Landry and Jimmy Graham as tight ends. So this will be a good game to watch. Winner finishes on top 8 board, loser out on the top 8 board. So that is it, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. We'll have a closing video, State of the League, coming up probably in a week or so. My work is done. I'm looking forward to probably moving my team down south. I don't know where I'm going to go as far as where I'm going to sit next year. We'll see. I think everyone is back. Have a great week. Stay tuned to the Bassett Bowl. Invite your friends to watch the Bassett Bowl. Tell them you're playing in the playoffs. Have them join the Fantasy Fan page. Chime up, talk it up. Everyone should make comments and discussion in the Bassett Bowl on the Fantasy Fan page. There is a place where you can have discussion about the Bassett Bowl by clicking the Bassett Bowl and going in there and having discussion. So please, everybody chime in and do that. I have posted the 16-team leagues round 3 previews, as well as these previews for the Premier 20-team league. Everybody comrade together, cheer your favorite team. I think you guys can cheer either way, back and forth, for your brother or sister team. Good luck, everybody. I appreciate every one of you.